Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Adamus Germain to Earth. Earth, can you hear me? Hello, everybody. It's Adam G. Or something like that. I am very happy to be here. I am very happy to be spending some time with you. Do you have any idea how difficult it was to get through that lot of ascended assholes that I call my group of friends? Now, of course, it says more about me than about them. If I spend time with them, they must be wonderful people. It's really a pleasure to be here, especially to be here in that space in the Netherlands, in Den Helder, where Kutumi has made quite a mess. He never cleans up after himself. He just leaves the portal, and who has to do all the cleaning? Adamus. So I've been here for several hours already, picking up Playboys and everything, panties, just to make sure that the dear keepers of the portal at least have a decent town still. I know the channel just left. He doesn't like my jokes, and he never will. But you like my jokes, don't you? I like your jokes too. Imzaia, as I have already told you through the channel, we need to talk. That is why I wanted to come in tonight. And indeed we need to talk, and I'm not just talking to all of you here in this room or listening to that piece of digital equipment over there. I'm not just talking to Shambra either, not just talking to light workers. I want to talk to planet Earth. Not just the humans on planet Earth. I want to talk to the animals on planet Earth. I want to talk to the rocks. And I want to talk to the trees. It's a Lemurian thing, I guess. So let's talk. You know what I want to talk about? I want to begin with you. I want to talk with you, with all of you. As you know, it has been a while. Hello. Since I last spoke. Please join us. Come on in. There's a group of family here. It's been a very long time since we spoke. And you know what is interesting about that? Since last I was here, had a chat with you, let's say, you really haven't taken the opportunity that is resting there, right at your feet. I mean, Earth, have you been listening lately? I'm not talking about channeled material. I'm talking about your heart. Have you been listening to your heart? Have you? I don't think you can say that that small action right there has been a constant in your life. Oh, I know that you have been listening to many things. I know that you have been listening to thoughts, and I know that you have been listening to others and what others might say or think about you. I know that you have been listening to fear. I know that you have been gathering information about the possible, get this straight, destruction of Earth. Yeah, like that would ever happen. I know that you have been listening to all of these things, and even when you were listening to your hearts, you were listening to just this weeny teeny little bit of it. I don't want to make fun of you. I just want to say that I don't think, period, And if I don't think, I'll tell you what I don't think about. I don't think about fear. I don't think about failure. I don't think about anxiety or pain or death. I'll tell you what I do then. I feel. I feel love. I feel joy. And darn it, I shall express my joy to the last moment, which will never come. And I feel freedom. Can you say that about yourself? So, before we go deeper, let's talk about the human heart. What is the human heart? Is it just this biological thing that happens to be in your chest and, you know, does this cramp every few seconds? And that pumps the blood through your body? Is that the heart? Well, yeah. Science says that that is the heart. And science also says that it might even be true that the seat of the soul itself rests in the brain. Huh. What is the brain without the heart? If there is one organ that is vital to the survival of the body itself, and I'm just talking on a biological level here, then that is the heart. Stop somebody's heart, break somebody's heart. And if you stop the heart, the brain dies. And if you break the heart, the brain hurts. So, everything is based on the heart. And I will tell you this, everything is based on the heart space. That's where it's at. That's where the party is going on. And that's where you can go to. But, have you listened to your heart? Do you know what it is? Oh, so many of those that even trained me a long time ago have come through for you. They have come to planet Earth. They're right here, right now, baby. What about you? Are you right here, right now? Or are you somewhere in the past, suffering because you can't get something back? Are you somewhere in the future, maybe, because you desire something? Do you see the golden road in front of you, and have you chosen to go left or right? Have you come through for you? And have you come through for Earth? And have you done these things? These wonderful, amazing things. Almost make me cry, you lot. Really. You sit here on your ass with so much power somewhere higher up, hopefully. Otherwise it's going to get smelly in this room. You sit here, and what do you do when this is finished? Do you step into action? Or do you step into doubt? Or do you step into external circumstances that you want or deserve or need? Or do you step into power? Look at that amazing one, sitting right there, younger than anybody else in the room here. Look at what she created for the channel. Something that simple. That's stepping into action too, you know. And I am proud to wear that because I know, darling, that it's made in love. And I know that when she was creating it, there was joy. And I know that what she gave me, what she gave the channel, and what she gave anybody that will ever sit in this body is a sense of self-love and freedom. Now, I'm not saying you have to go get all the flowers off the planet and make these things. But I'm just saying that action requires the small events in your life to be as powerful as those that you keep waiting for. Because it happens with the small ones. I'm not just talking about the small ones, because with all due respect, my beloved friends and family, the one that is sitting right there, the small one, is bigger than you think, and is bigger than many of you combined. And what do? You nag sometimes. Oh, I'm not trying to put you down. I'm just trying to give you another type of message, because come on, we've been talking long enough now. We've been talking from the right angle and from the left angle and from the upper angle and from the downward angle. Sometimes I think I have to come into a body, hang myself from the floor upside down, then project myself into a screen like that before you're finally going to hear what I'm trying to say. Believe me, you are the spiritual energy leaders on earth. All of you, and those that are listening right now, and many of your friends and family. I didn't ascend for nothing, you know. I ascended so that I could help you all from the other side of what you then call the veil. That's chic, the veil. Yeah, baby. And I ascended so that I could do my work, supporting you, while you would sit in the human husk, in the human body. I ascended so that I would be ready and willing and able to stand there for you the moment you find that hard space. The moment. And what do? You just wander around into that hard space and say, ooh, I'm in my heart. That looks chic. Oh, but there's Spain over there. I'm going for door number 3, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going towards pain, or I'm going towards suffering, or I'm going towards that, or that, or that. This hard space is neat. And yeah, it's what I've always wanted, and what I've always thought I would find in my life. And then I find it, and then I'm out of here. And I just walk out, and I walk back into doubt, or insecurity, or suffering, whatever. That is, I'm sorry to say, the human condition on the planet today. And I'm even more sorry to say, that is the human condition within the spiritual leaders of today as well. Oh, the channel wouldn't like this. I don't know if you mind, darling, but I know that the emails will come. How dare you put out negative information? They will say. How dare you? We are trying so hard. Me. You don't have to try hard. It's easy. You try too hard. That's your problem. Have you ever considered why you came to the planet? Yes, Adamus, we have considered why we came to the planet. To help the earth get better. Yeah. Yeah. Think about it. Think about it. Is that your every thought? Is that your every move? Is that in everything that you do? It's a love profusion, baby. And it's happening right now. It's nothing else than that. And if you allow that to happen, then you begin to understand why the heart space is so important. And then you begin to understand that door number 3, leading to suffering or pain, is just another illusion. Again, I repeat, many of my teachers and friends are in the process of reincarnation or have already manifested themselves on planet Earth. And sometimes they walk among you. And sometimes you don't know them. And sometimes you think they're too human to notice. And sometimes you don't want to see them. Because most of the time you have labeled them as holy. And then you say, oh yeah, that bloke that lived 2,000 years ago, Mr. Christ, well, that was a holy one. You know, he could walk on water, that dude. Is that holy? No, that's not holy. That's showing off. Why? Because it was necessary. It was very necessary to show some people that reality was not real, but it was not the core of the message. It has never been the core of the message, so please understand the core of the message now. Understand that the core of the message is love. It has always been love. And love leads to joy, and joy leads to freedom. There you go. That's your Bible. Now, who wants to fight over love? Who wants to fight over joy? I would think that being in love is giving love to all things. I would think that being in joy is being a source, a sun, a solar explosion. With every darn thing that you do, damn it. I have others behind me right here who are trying to pull me off stage. Because they're saying, Adamus, I don't know. Maybe this is a little bit hard, too harsh for them. They might not understand. Yeah, I do a good Katumi, I admit. But there might be others who say, Adamus, watch yourself, my child. Yes. Oh, you know, I can make fun of them, you know why? Because I love them. And because I'm in their team. Are you? That's the question. And it's also the reason why I have waited for a while now, or no, I've been pushed away for a while now, so that I couldn't come in. Because they knew I was going to speak these things. And the channel thingy here also knew I was going to speak these things. And you know what? He's my brother. He's my lover. He's my sister. And so are you. And that's why I can make fun with him and of him. The only reason why he tried to push this message away was because he was scared that it would push you away. Not because it would push you off the seminars. Basically, that's less important than Earth, isn't it? He was agitated that it would push you off the path and that you would think I was stuck up. But then, that can only happen when you have an ego, right? Otherwise, the master listens to what somebody has to say. The master listens, goes to his or her heart, and integrates, and sees, discerns if it is right or wrong. And if it is right, they activate it. And if it is wrong, they give a hug to those who spoke. And they put them back on their path. Because it was not for them. An ego, however, would say, I've had enough of this. Talk to the hand, because the face ain't listening. Yes. You know how many times that humans do that. I see, and this is maybe going to shock some, but I see over 70% of the people in this room and listening through that little thingy over there called a video recorder, who are in doubt, who think that maybe it's not my time, maybe I am not ready, maybe it is too hard, maybe it's gonna hurt, maybe I can't let go. Maybe you haven't seen the sunshine. Maybe you haven't seen a butterfly. Maybe you haven't seen beauty. Or maybe you have. And maybe you're so fucking afraid of it. Yes, and I can use that word. You invented it. And everything that comes with it. Typical, not believing it. Maybe you are too afraid, yes. What do you do when you fall down? What do you do when you shatter yourself because of your fear? You pick yourself up off the floor and you start again. That is what I had to say. That is what I wanted to say. And that is what you don't want to hear. That is what humanity is afraid of. That they are a success story. That's what they're afraid of. They're given ascension right into their fingertips. It's pushed in front of them. And they say, I don't know. You know, duality with death and everything, not so bad. You know what? I'll do it my next life. That's what they sometimes say. Because this time, no. I know my soap is going to be on. And I have other things to do, really. What do you have to do? I don't know. I'm going to lose the ones that I loved. Darling, you lost them already. It's about finding them again. It's about recognizing yourself again. And then finding them within you. And then you will create a connection that will never let go, wherever you are. That is what life is about. That is why you are here. We need to talk indeed, and we need to talk big time. I have created many roles for myself on earth. One of the most enchanting roles might have been that of a singer that you all know by now. Now, I have been spreading messages through my work in songs like American Life, in songs like Hey You, I thought that was a particularly good title, and in many other songs. Vogue, Like a Virgin, I made it through the wilderness. I did indeed. And you know what? How about this? It is a shame to see that songs like that touch hearts more than the words of, for instance, the beautiful solar being known as Solaris that has spoken to you today. Why? Because those people, they don't know. Those people are not aware that they have a choice. And you do. And I personally think it is the choice itself that makes you afraid. And that happened a long time ago. You have chosen, for instance, in Atlantis, and you fucked up. Deal with it. Get the shrink or something. You know? And get over it. You have fucked up in the past. And that is why you are afraid of choice. You understand? So, you would rather see somebody else make the choice for you. And that is called government, ladies and gentlemen. And you know this, of course. I'm not telling you anything new. And then there is the fact that those like you who have become aware that they have a choice are afraid to make it. Listen to my question and listen to my answer. They are afraid to make it. They are not afraid to make the choice, but they are afraid to be a success. They are afraid that the choice is going to turn out into something real and something good. And yet, I'll tell you this, it is the only choice you can make. Why? Oh, you can make an infinity of choice. But they will all lead you back to this one in the end. All of them. All of them. Because this, babies, is the choice. The one to beat all others. The cherry on the pie. The good part. The big one. I've been coming in lately in groups, small groups, who are partly under my training and advice. And every time I ask them something, they sit there saying, "It's big." I don't know what they're talking about, but I am fully dressed at the time, so... But what I do think, what I do feel that they are talking about is the choice. I said before that 70% of all those who are listening right now are sometimes in doubt, even when these words are being spoken. But I'll tell you that 99.9999917 of all of those have not made the choice. So then it becomes very easy. Yes? Then the question becomes, what is preventing you from choosing? And then I am telling you that you have not reached your heart, and you have not made it your home, and you have not felt the pulse that goes out of you and touches all living things. Now animals, I said I was going to talk to animals as well. So, I am now, at this very moment, geometrically, magnetically, nonsensically, connecting to all animal life on earth. They're conscious now, you know. And I am asking them to stand up. I am asking them to give even more of their support to you. You, human. You know what you do to them sometimes, to those animals? Well, you know what? They made the choice right at the moment I asked. They said yes right now. That's interesting. Why can they do it and why can't you? Simple. Because they don't have mind. You do. And it is a distraction sometimes. But darn it, does it have to be anything more than a distraction? That's all it is. So why would you let a distraction rule your life? Think about it. Think about it with the right part of your brain, the energetic part of your brain. It just takes a heartbeat then to find the answer. The energy heart, that is the center of your chest, that you have called the Akene in Lemuria, never needs to think about something, never needs to destroy itself before it can rebuild itself, never needs to run away from the very reason why they came to earth. The heart. That's all that you need. So now, I said I would also talk to the stones and the rock. And I would talk to the trees and the grass. And I am asking them to show their beauty more often. Because you have clearly forgotten it. And again, the answer is yes. Of course. We are in service. We are the divine. And what are they in service of? The human angel. And that is what is sitting in front of me. The human angel. You know, I just can't do it. I can't be angry with you. Every time when I remember this, you feel that. That is love. And that's pouring out of me. And that is connecting to you, to all of you. Whatever choice you might ever make, I know that you will be brought back to the one. And that's very deep. But I know you will be brought back to the one choice. And I know, because I trust you, because I trust me, that you will make the choice. If I did it, you will too. Let me tell you about my life. Let me tell you a couple of things nobody knows. Let me tell you about my fear. Let me tell you about my pain. Let me start with pain. I had, at the moment that the disguised Lady Kuan Yin found me, a chronic disease of the central nervous system that would most certainly kill me. I know now. I didn't know that then. All I know is that I woke up in pain every morning. And all I know is that when I went through my day, the pain sometimes would get so ugly that I could just not stop myself anymore. It would get so ugly that I would kick a dog. At a certain point in my life, and I am not afraid to say this, the pain got so bad that I hit another human. I thought when I did that I had killed that human. And it took me more than a month and a half after having relocated to another place on this planet Earth than was my home. A month and a half to find out it wasn't true. And I didn't dare to check. I didn't dare to see what my actions had caused. So I know about pain. And I know about being afraid. Furthermore, I was afraid of nearly everything that had wings. Literally. I was afraid that things so small and so large would jump at me. All because my mother, at one point, had been bitten by a lot of insects, bugs, and had died in the process. That's what turned my father into a bitter, angry man, who, in the end, as most of you know, ended up killing his own brother. We were aristocracy, you know. Why? Because he was gay. So, my beloved darlings, I don't come from the easy ride. May have wanted the easy ride. I may have been angry, so very angry at my life and at God. I used to do that, yeah, God. I might have been angry at so many things till I realized, what's the point? And believe me, I did not realize that alone. For after all of those years of anger, when I finally did get into money, as they call it, and I inherited the family's money. Money, money, money. Money makes the world go round, world go round, world go round. I wanted to do something back, as you know, so I started spending the money. I became the big spender. But that never helped. I told that story, so I'm not going to go deeper into that, but it never helped, because it was just a suppression of my fear and my pain. They never found a cure, by the way. Now they have. Don't even know what the disease is called in this day and age. He thinks it doesn't even exist anymore. Probably doesn't. But I never found a way out of that until I did. And you know what? And that might be the breakthrough that you need. And I think we have spoken enough. When I eventually ended up making the choice, I didn't make it for myself. I made it for my loved ones. I made it for my family. I made it for you. Because when I did, I saw very clearly, every person that I would ever speak to, that I would ever have the chance to help. Saw all of them. But I could not see them before I did. I needed to take that step alone. So, if I had any power in the proceedings that are taking place here on this seminar, or in your life, or your life, I would cancel all the parties tonight. I would cancel all the celebrating. I would cancel all the distractions. And I would choose to be alone. And in that aloneness, I would find, or attempt to find, the all oneness. When I do, I would never look back, ever. I am telling you, you would regret not making the choice. And I'm not trying to manipulate you. I am not that kind of guy. I don't manipulate, I stimulate. You betcha. And I will continue to stimulate until you are ready. Because that is how much I love you. More than you think. Because this kind of love cannot be thought of. Oh, there is more between heaven and earth, Horatio, than meets the eye. But there is only one thing between heaven and earth, human, that meets the eye. And it is you. There's only one thing between heaven and earth, and it is you. You are standing in your own way. And the only way to get out of your own way is to start walking. And the choice is about taking the step. And then the choice comes back. And then you take another step. And then the choice comes back. And then you take another step. Because that is free will. That is free energy. You're never going to be tied up in anything. Every time and time again, you will be asked to choose again. Every time. So don't think that once that you have made the choice that the heavens are going to burst open and God is going to send His angels down and balloons are going to fall out of the air and you're going to win the lottery. No. It doesn't happen. You make the choice every single time again. And I will tell you this about my reincarnated teachers. If there is anything on this planet that frustrates them more than duality, it is seeing humans go down. It is seeing humans like you, the spiritual leaders of today, forget again and again and again who they are. And then they go back into their stories and back into the soap opera called life. And believe me, that is frustrating. I would know. I am the shrink of the family. They all come to Adamus. But Adamus makes the choice again and again and again as well. My darlings, right before I came in here, I made the choice. Before every sentence I utter, I make the choice. Every single time again. And that is what it's all about. So where are you now? Sitting right there with the information at your feet and the power in your hands and fingertips and the fear and the pain in your brain and the love and the joy and the freedom in your heart. So, Imzaia, Shambra, Lightworker, you, what are you gonna choose? What are you gonna choose in this moment? Are you gonna choose what is out there? Because what is out there is tempting, I can tell you. There's parties out there, and there's wine out there, and there's sex out there, and there's entertainment out there, and fast cars out there, and there is hunger out there, and there is suffering out there, and there is children dying out there, and there is mothers losing everything out there when their son or their daughter doesn't come home. And there's children losing everything out there when their families are no longer there. Because of the manipulations that have been happening on planet Earth. And believe me, I don't want to make things worse than they are. Because I'm not here to give you fear. I am here to give you the answer and the choice. And the choice is right here. Right here. Because that child that made this walks the fields of gold and lavender. She knows about life. She knows about choice too. And I'll tell you what, she lives in all of you. All of you. Now, are you going to put her to sleep, or are you going to wake her up? That is the choice. Damn it. And damn it, I love you. And I love myself for loving you, and we all love each other. And that is showbiz, kid. This is Roxy Germain signing off. I will see you soon, and I will be standing next to you and doing a little dance when you make the choice, time and time and time again. Night, night, folks. I am that I am, and so it is.
And so it is. I guess we needed that. I guess I've never heard giving Adamus such a fiery message. I think let's take it in our hearts and do something with it. Let's make the choice.
We're still on the air. Well, I have nothing more to say. So, for everybody out there, I wish you a good choice, a good moment. And as Adamus said, I love you as much as he does, as much as we do. We are family. We are aware. And we are becoming an army of lovers. See you next time.
Bye bye, see you next time.